Hi, this is Mighty Scon here, and we are on episode 8. So, what I want to do today is continue on with the last episode. So, I have my chickens, and I'm going to make a fence. I may need chickens in the future, so I'm going to get some little chickens going. So, I'm going to make some fences and then clear out an area for them. And I'll be back after that. Alright, so we have a place cleared out now. And I'm going to start building us a fenced an area. Try to make this to where we can add other cages. Get rid of some of these bees. So we're going to make a scoop. And here's the recipe for the scoop. This lets you break bee nests without dying. Let's put away some stuff that I picked up. Yeah, I got a red orchid. Those are nice. Get you redstone. Okay. Let's finish this up. Oh man, do a lot of damage. So you might want to be careful when you are picking up the bees. I can see them attacking that spider over there. Don't mess with bees in Minecraft or in real life. So there's a mod that you can jump over the fences, but animals can't. And it's in this mod pack, obviously. So we can find some more seeds. What is that? Must be a cave right here. Hey, you got an ender lily. I think there's a recipe that we can make end stone, but it requires ender pearls. So I may need to go make a farm. Alright. The parrots and the bats. Alright, so for now, we'll make a feeder. And we'll do that. Let's have that. And I have the gold. And the feeder will let us automatically feed the animals. I do need to get some stuff going for actually additions. And that requires the atomic reconstructor. Alright, so the atomic reconstructor is the first step in actual additions. I should have everything I need for that. It does require a decent amount of power, eventually. But for now, what we have should be fine. So the iron and then a quartz, I believe. Yeah. So we need 8 iron and some sticks too. Let's grab the redstone. We have the sticks. I think that's it. Let's make the casing and the constructor. There we go. Alright, so we need some power, and I might stick this on this end. It needs to be facing a wall for the beam. So we'll need a redstone torch. And this is a requirement for changing the modes of the machines in actual editions. So place this down. It's facing me, so the green. Nope, I don't want to do that. I want to right click. There we go. So we change it to pulse mode, and for the feeder, we are going to need some redstone crystals, and I think that's it. So I'll grab those and come right back. Alright, so I wanted to show how the atomic reconstructor works. Alright, so we have our button for our machine. Just plop it on the side. Let's throw our redstone. We just need 8 right now. Press it. There you go. That's how the atomic reconstructor works. So let's make our components. We need 2 carrots. And that should be it. Here we go. So this does not require power, but it only has 1 inventory slot. So we can only feed 1 type of animal. So we're going to feed these chickens some seeds. But I do want to plant some first. Let's grab some water and put some stuff away. Alright, so I think we're going to make our seed farm. So I'll be back when that's done. Alright, so we have enough seeds to get this thing completely planted and extra. So I'm going to place the feeder, drop some eggs. All you have to do with this is just put the seeds in it, or the wheat, for whichever animal you're trying to multiply. After a couple of seconds, you'll have a baby. There's a limit to how many animals you can have in one area, though. I'm not sure what that is. So that'll automatically cause them to multiply, and we'll have a few chickens. I keep thinking there's some item that can pick up other items from the ground, but I can't seem to find it, other than the ones that require the ender pearls. So it's looking like we're going to need to kill some endermen now. So I'll have to get geared up for that. Okay, so since all signs point to enderman farming, I want to get into Botania. And the reason why I want to do this is because there's some nice baubles, so rings and necklaces. And also I can get the Manasteel Armor, I believe it's called. So let's get us a book. So Botania has a book. And another good use for the atomic reconstructor is making leather out of rotten flesh. Okay, so we have our leather and our paper. We can make a book. And we need a sapling. And then we have the what's that? Another book though. But if you add a sapling, either Lexica Botania. This has everything you need to know about Botania in it. So how do I get out of this? Let's share. Maybe this? Yeah, okay. So you have to back out a couple times. Alright, so the first thing you need is the Petal Apothecary. And I want to find a spot for this before we go any further. I'm thinking to the left here. Somewhere in here. Let's get rid of these bees. Alright. So I'm gonna have to dig this out and make sure this is chunk loaded. Oh, the interface is updated. Huh. So they have red borders now. Before that wasn't working. Alright. Let me go grab some flowers, some Botania flowers. They're not that hard to find. But some of them you can just pick up. So here's the brown ones. If they're double stacked ones, you don't want to pick those up unless you have some shears. So I'll get some more and come back. Alright, we have some flowers. I'm going to pulverize some bone meal. Then you can just convert the flowers to petals. And I'll show you why in a second. So there's about 16 different flowers based on the colors of Minecraft. And so you're going to need about, I would say, 10 of them for the beginning. So in order to make them, we need to get some floral fertilizer. We can use red and yellow dye and bone meal. So having a healthy amount of bone meal to start Botania is recommended. So let's get some dyes. And some red dyes. I have some already, but we'll get some more. So we'll make some fertilizer and we'll be able to get pretty much all of the plants that we need. And then once we have the plants we need, we can get the petals. Once we have the petals, we can duplicate the flowers easily. So I'm going to get some shears. Let's clean this up a little bit, and we'll head out. So now we have our fertilizer, and we can use it on the ground, just like bone meal. I heard an egg. There it is. And with this, we can get Botania plants. So we need some white flowers. That's the ones you need in the beginning. There they are. Okay. So let's make some petals. And we just put them on the ground like this. We need some bone meal. Then you can make bigger ones. So the bigger ones, you need to use the shears. Then you get four petals from each flower. And you can multiply them even more. So you get a net gain of 3 petals. So we have enough flowers now. Now we can use our petal apothecary. Okay, before I get too carried away with Botania crafting, I want to make some storage drawers for the flowers. So they have different kinds of drawers. There's one that's a 2x2 full drawer, like that one. So we need 4 chests and some wood. We have a ton of wood. And you can do whatever you want for storage. I would just recommend these. You won't need a lot of petals at all. And so with these storage drawers, they don't hold as many stacks as the full-size ones. So let's place some over here. Like our temporary Botania area. Let's see, now we can have all the different flowers in there. So let's fill these up and come back. Okay, so I filled it up, and now we can make the petal apothecary. And it was getting dark, so I did sleep as well. Alright, so we need some cobblestone, I think, and stone. So let me grab this. Alright, we have all the materials. And put stone in there and wood in here. Here we go. So we'll just put it right here. We will need some water. So I'll need to bring water closer. I wonder if there's a way to automate this with pipes. Let me go grab us some pipes. Fluid duct, there we go. Now let's make a servo. Alright, so let's see if we can automate the water into this thing. The way it acts sometimes, I don't think we can, but let's try. No, it's not even connecting. We could try from the bottom and see if that works. No, it's not connecting. Okay. For now, we just use this as a water source. Alright, I have to go get some seeds. You need those to make any flowers in the petal apothecary. So we need 4 white per daisy. We'll make 2 daisies. Oops. You have to drop them with an R. Fill up with water. You could do an empty hand click. Alright, so we have 2 daisies. We'll give them the seeds. Actually, doing pretty good. So let's go plant these over here. Alright, so we'll get some stone and some wood, and these daisies, when you surround them, will convert into living rock and living wood. And so we use that in a lot of the crafting recipes. Alright, so it's done converting. It takes about a minute. And we have our living rock and our living wood. We use the axe. Alright, so that's the first step. We get some more and make some more. Alright, so it's the same process. And while that is converting, I'm going to make a mana pool. And we use that to store the mana. And we need to have a wand. So that requires just 6 living sticks and 2 petals, I think. Maybe 3. Nope, just 2. Okay. So you have to wait for this stuff to convert. Alright. Went ahead and slept, and now we have our converted stuff. Oh, here comes a creeper. So when you hit them, they actually bleed out, which is pretty nice. I don't know if I showed you that on the camera. That's a trait from the steel head. So we're going to need to dig this out a little bit. I'm going to dig this out some more and I'll come back. Alright, so it's dug out and we need to get some mana generating flowers. So there's the endo flame, which is pretty basic. It's usually what most people start with. So we need, that goes there. I think we need some gray, light gray, and brown, some red. So I'm going to double these up with some bone meal. I think I need some bone meal. Yeah. So let's grab some, and we'll make the big flowers. We'll have enough to make our endo flames. I'll probably go for 4 or 5. So once we get our mana going, you'll be able to start making the materials we need for the armor. So I'll just make one here. I'll make the rest off camera. Okay, so we have our petals, and let's drop them in here. I need 1 brown. Oops. Maybe 1 gray and 2 brown. There it is. Drop in your seeds. Once you make the first one, you can make the next one easily. An automated way to fill up this pedestal will be nice. typically don't get too deep into Botania. Just enough to get the magnetic ring and the Sojourners Sash. So let's place these down. Yeah, over here. There's a way to automate this, but I'm going to need a mana spreader first. So the mana spreader will kind of be a funnel that lets the plants direct to, and then it sends it to the mana pool. And the mana pool is where you craft a lot of the materials for your items. Okay, I had to sleep because it was getting night. So now we're gonna make the mana spreader. We need some more living wood for that. Well, that was cool. Huh. I didn't know you can break all of them at one time. Alright, so we have our gold, we have our wood. I'm gonna need a petal. What color do we want to use? Let's do purple. Alright. So we now have our mana spreader. And let's give it some distance for our mana pool. Let's link these together. There we go. You have to shift click on the mana spreader and then shift click on the mana pool. So I'm gonna go grab some charcoal now. Okay, I ran to the tree farm to get some charcoal. I set up a storage drawer there, so now the charcoal is being fed into that. Okay, so I'm gonna make some blocks, and you should be able to drop the blocks on the endo flames. So let's test it out. And it doesn't seem to be working. Let's try the charcoal. Maybe it's not connected. Oops. Oh, see, this should click the plants and then the mana spreader. And it even gives a checkbox indicator. Okay, so there should be 2 of them with that charcoal. So let's try a block now. No, they don't do blocks? That's weird. So just charcoal. Yeah, they're all working. This should be getting mana now. Well, we can always use the charcoal blocks for something else. Alright, so now I want to work on automating the flowers. So we're going to make a clock from RF tools, or a timer, sorry, requires a clock. And I think we have just about everything. There we go. And now we can make us a dropper. Alright, I'm getting the dropper materials. And just for your information, the charcoal blocks are useless. You can't do anything with them. and you can't convert them back to charcoal. So I'll have to use them to build with at some point. Alright, so let's go place this dropper and this timer. And there's other blocks that will drop other things. So there's the precision dropper by Actual Additions, which is pretty good. I know the dropper sometimes doesn't drop directly down, but for these flowers, it doesn't matter. They have a really wide range. Kill this spider. Alright, so let's put a timer up. And the timer's a pretty simple block. Oops. Let's put it directly facing the dropper. Okay. So you want the red to face the dropper. And the blue's input. So let's start with 200 ticks. So that's 10 seconds. So every 10 seconds, it'll drop a charcoal. So there's one, and the flower should pick it up. There we go. So this is just a simple way to automate getting mana. Kill this creeper before it blows up my stuff. Okay. We may have to adjust the timer. This just depends on how fast things are moving. So if these fill up fast enough, then we'll lower the timer. Right now looks to be a good pace. So let's bump it down a little more. Yeah, it's just checking the times, and we want it to where we have 5 going at all times. And see, that one got picked up even though it was dropped a few blocks away. Okay, so this will run and get us mana. And when we have enough mana, we can start making the Manasteel ingots. And then we'll have armor, and then we'll be able to kill some endermen, and then we'll be able to make some rings, and then we'll be able to go to the Nether. I mean, I could go to Nether right now, but this progression is the best way to go about it, I think. Okay, so it looks like it's working. Alright, so the last thing I wanted to do in this video is show you how to make the Manasteel ingots. So we just drop the iron in there and we get the ingots. It's pretty simple. And it's just a normal crafting recipe to make the armor and the helmets, everything else like that. So here's the legs. And the benefit of these is it uses up mana instead of durability. So we'll make a mana tablet, and that'll store mana for us. So whenever we take damage, the durability loss will be in mana and not actually affect the armor itself. So essentially it's a unbreakable armor. So looks like we're dropping them faster than picking it up. Just slightly. So that should fix that. So I think it's 160 ticks. Alright, so I'll make the armor, and I guess I'll make the ring and the sash. This will just be a really long episode. Alright, I'll be back when I have everything I need for those. Okay, so I looked at the recipe, and we do need to make a runic altar first. And that requires these mana diamonds. So take diamonds, and you throw them in the mana pool, and you get the mana diamonds. Then you take gunpowder and throw it in there, and you get the mana dust. So let's make the runic altar. Just 5 living stone and 1 mana diamond. And let's place it down about here. And we could feed it from the mana pool into the runic altar using the mana spreader in the middle. Let's link it up. There we go. So it'll pull from the mana pool automatically. Alright, so let me make sure I have everything for the ruins that we're going to need to make for the sash. Alright, the first rune we're going to make is the Ruin of Air. And so you can find these recipes in the book, but I'll put them here too. String, feather, that's carpet, mana powder, and I think it ruin. No, we need some Manasteel. Let me double check. Yeah. So let's make a Manasteel. We need 2 of these. And all you need to do is just press R, which drops it on top of the altar. So to complete the recipe, we're going to need a living stone. And we're able to drop that onto the altar as well. So let's see where we are. And once it starts flashing with lightning, then it's done like that. Throw on a living stone, and then you right click, and there you go. You get 2 of them. So I'm going to make the earth one off camera. Same process, just different recipe. Okay, I wanted to show you the mana tablet. And with this, we can actually make the ring of mana, or band of mana. There's also a magnetic ring that I like to get as well. There's one for actually additions, which is not bad. It requires RF. The one from Botania just uses mana, and it's pretty efficient at using the mana. So I'm going to make that and the sash, and then we'll be done. Okay, so I have the magnetic ring components, and I also have the sash components made. So here's the sash. I am short 1 Manasteel though for the ring. We can throw it in our baubles, and there we go. And so that's pretty much it for making these accessories. So I'm going to wrap up the episode, and I hope you learned something, and thank you for watching. Bye.